Today, we're diving deep into one of Hollywood's most talked about divorces that just keeps getting messier. Grab your popcorn, because this story has more plot twists than a Marvel movie. But before we get into the drama, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want more celebrity deep dives like this one. What started as Hollywood's most glamorous love story has turned into its most bitter divorce. Today, we're going to unpack everything, from their passionate beginning to their explosive end, and why Angelina Jolie is now publicly asking Brad Pitt to stop his attacks. Let's rewind to where it all began. But first, we need to understand who Angelina Jolie was before she became half of Brangelina. Born into Hollywood royalty as the daughter of actor Jon Voight, Angelina's early life was anything but conventional. By her teenage years, she was already making waves in the entertainment industry with her bold personality and raw talent. At just 20 years old, Angelina married British actor Johnny Lee Miller, her co-star from Hackers. Now, this wasn't your typical Hollywood wedding. Picture this: Angelina walking down the aisle in black rubber pants and a white shirt, with Miller's name written in her own blood. The marriage lasted until 1999, and here's something most people don't know. They actually remained good friends even after their divorce. Then came the Billy Bob Thornton era, and boy, was it wild. Their relationship started while Thornton was still engaged to actress Laura Dern. They married in 2000 after just 2 months of dating. Remember those infamous blood vial necklaces? Yeah, that happened. The couple would wear vials of each other's blood around their necks. During this time, Angelina was already showing signs of who she'd become. In 2001, she became a UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador and adopted her first child, Maddox, from Cambodia in 2002. This period marked a significant transformation in her life, from Hollywood's wild child to a devoted mother and humanitarian. Now, let's talk about that fateful meeting on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. Brad Pitt, America's golden boy, was married to everyone's favorite friend, Jennifer Aniston. The chemistry between Brad and Angelina was explosive, so much so that even the film's director Doug Liman couldn't help but notice. But here's what many don't know. Angelina initially wasn't even interested in doing the film. Can you imagine? The movie that changed everything almost didn't happen. Kidman was originally cast as Jane Smith, but had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. When rumors of an on-set romance began circulating, both Brad and Angelina denied any involvement. But then came that photo spread in W magazine. You know the one. Brad and Angelina posed as a 1960s married couple in a shoot titled Domestic Bliss, while he was still legally married to Jennifer. The timing couldn't have been worse, or more telling. In January 2005, Brad and Jennifer announced their separation. The tabloids explode. Team Aniston and Team Jolie t-shirts hit the streets. But here's what makes this story different. Instead of just another Hollywood scandal, we watched as Brad and Angelina built something meaningful. Within months, Brad was photographed with Angelina and Maddox in Kenya. Then came the iconic W magazine spread, where Brad and Angelina posed as a family with kids, a preview of what was to come. By July 2005, they had adopted Zahara from Ethiopia together. Brad was even legally adopting both Maddox and Zahara, changing their surnames to Jolie Pitt. The world watched in awe as Brangelina evolved from Hollywood's hottest couple to global humanitarians and parents. Let's break down their incredible journey. In 2006, Shiloh Nouvelle Jolie Pitt was born in Namibia. The first photos of their biological child were sold for over $7 million, all donated to charity. But here's something fascinating. They chose Namibia for the birth to avoid media circus and formed a deep connection with the country. In 2007, the family grows again with the adoption of Pax from Vietnam. Fun fact, Angelina had to adopt Pax as a single parent because Vietnam didn't allow unmarried couples to adopt. Brad later adopted him legally in the United States. In 2008, the twins, Knox and Vivienne, arrived in Nice, France. The first photos sold for $14 million, the most expensive celebrity photos ever taken. Again, all proceeds went to the Jolie Pitt Foundation. But it wasn't just about growing their family. Brad and Angelina were changing the game in Hollywood. They negotiated magazine covers to highlight causes they cared about. Their movie contracts included provisions for humanitarian work. They bought Chateau Miraval in France, not just as a home, but as a sustainable wine-producing estate. The couple seemed to have it all: successful careers, beautiful children, humanitarian work, and a passionate relationship. They traveled the world, making movies, doing charity work, and raising their kids to be global citizens. Their children were learning multiple languages, experiencing different cultures, and being raised with a strong sense of social responsibility. On September 14, 2016, a private plane ride that would change everything. What exactly happened on that flight from Nice to Los Angeles remains disputed, but let's break down what we know. The family was returning from France. According to various reports and court documents, an argument broke out between Brad and Maddox, then 15 years old. The exact nature of the confrontation remains unclear, but it was serious enough for someone on the plane to call authorities. Within days of landing, Angelina filed for divorce. The FBI and Los Angeles Department of Children and Family Services launched investigations. Brad was cleared of child abuse allegations, but the damage was done. The aftermath of their split revealed some shocking details that most fans never knew about. In those first chaotic days, everything happened at lightning speed. The entire family immediately packed up and left their beloved Los Feliz compound, the place they'd called home for years. Angelina wasted no time finding a safe haven for her children, signing a lease on a stunning Malibu estate that cost an astounding $95 per month. But perhaps the most heartbreaking detail was that the children didn't see their father for weeks after the incident. When visits finally resumed, they weren't the casual family gatherings they used to be. Instead, every interaction had to be supervised, like a scene from a drama no one ever expected to watch. Behind the scenes, Angelina's legal team was working overtime, rushing to the courts with an emergency request to seal all documents related to the case. The media frenzy was unprecedented. Remember, this wasn't just any celebrity divorce. This was the collapse of what many considered Hollywood's royal family. Brangelina had been more than a couple. They were a brand, a symbol of modern family values, and a powerful force for humanitarian causes. Now, let's talk about these attacks Angelina mentions. According to recent statements, she claims Brad has launched several significant offensives against her. Remember that romantic French chateau where they got married? It became a major point of contention. Angelina sold her stake in Chateau Miraval to a Russian oligarch, leading to multiple lawsuits from Brad. She claims this was her right. He claims it violated their agreement. Perhaps the most painful battle has been over their children. Brad initially sought joint custody, but Angelina fought for sole custody, citing concerns about Brad's behavior. The court battles have been intense, with allegations flying from both sides. Angelina has claimed that Brad has tried to financially strong-arm her, using his greater wealth as leverage in their ongoing disputes. She stated that he's refused to support her unless she signs an NDA. Darling, something she views as another form of control. What makes this situation even more heartbreaking is the impact on their children. Maddox, now in college, reportedly testified against Brad in court. The older children seem to have distanced themselves from their father, with some allegedly refusing to use the Pitt surname. Today, Angelina continues her humanitarian work while raising her younger children. She's been open about the toll this divorce has taken on her family, recently stating in interviews that she lost herself during this period. But here's what's fascinating. Despite everything, she's emerging stronger. She's directing films, advocating for humanitarian causes, and most importantly, protecting her children. So, will Brad stop the alleged attacks? Only time will tell. But one thing's clear. This isn't just about two Hollywood stars anymore. It's about family, healing, and moving forward. What do you think about this situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this deep dive interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more celebrity insights.